Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our meetup group. So glad that you could make it. My name's Lori Souza, and this will be our last meetup group for 2023. And we're going to be covering crypto fundamentals. Put together a little agenda today for our meeting, and it looks like we're going to be covering news, education, scams, and then have a Q&A. So we have lots to cover in a short amount of time. I'm glad you're all here. Hi. We have more people entering as we speak. So I'll move along kind of slowly. Just to let you know, will be recording today's meetup and we'll put it on the website so that you can refer to it if you weren't able to get here tonight. Then you will be more than able to see the presentation then that I'm going to focus on this evening. So welcome everybody. For those that just joined us, my name is Lori Souza, and tonight's meetup is Crypto Fundamentals, or I like to call it Discover the Future of Money. As you know, the digital currency movement is in full force and is happening and ready to go for 2024. And we're looking at a lot of news, education, and we're also going to touch on some of the crypto scams out there today. So glad you could make it. And let's, without further ado, get started. And glad you're here. Thank you for joining. So first in the crypto news, have you heard crypto ETFs are here? So ETFs are Bitcoin exchange traded funds. Exchange traded funds are going to be traded on Wall Street. So ta-da-da-da, Bitcoin has made it to Wall Street. And we have some companies such as Bitwise, BlackRock, Fidelity Investments, which will be offering these ETF financial products to allow investors to gain exposure to the price movements of Bitcoin without actually holding the asset. So individuals who invest in the ETFs are basically investing in Wall Street and investing in the movement of the stock. Sorry, this is not a stock. Bitcoin is classified as a commodity. I just want to let you know it is a crypto commodity. It is not a stock. However, the bankers on Wall Street are going to be treating it like a stock. And they're not going to be holding the Bitcoin. Therefore, they don't have the asset reserves. So if you're thinking about getting involved in an ETF, it might be good for trading. It's a risky investment for trading. And bankers will be able to make money off of you. They're going to advertise their Bitcoin ETFs starting in 2024. We're going to see it with all the different advertisements coming up, holiday commercials and Super Bowl commercials. So keep an eye open in 2024 with all of the crypto news in regards to the ETF. So yes, Bitcoin is going mainstream with some of the top financial advisors that are going to be using the bets, your money. If you invest with them, they're going to be using your money to determine whether the price is going to go up and down. Now, I'm here to tell you, and a lot of other Bitcoiners or crypto enthusiasts are going to tell you, you don't own the crypto in an ETF. And if you don't own it, it's not yours. And so you're going to see Fidelity Investments and BlackRock and Bitwise and MicroStrategies, all of these different funds are the owners of the Bitcoin. So you will not own Bitcoin when you invest in an ETF. So I make that clear here because the value in Bitcoin is to be a holder of Bitcoin, where you hold your own money. And the reason why we get into Bitcoin as a possible asset, an asset class for the future, is because of many reasons we're going to touch on as we move on. But this is the biggest news. Bitcoin goes mainstream. So there you are. Keep an eye out for the advertisements. And remember, this doesn't change the way the dollar's handled. This way of trading on Wall Street is basically mm, treating Bitcoin just like a stock or just like the dollar. Okay. So people are going to get a feel that they're getting involved in Bitcoin without actually holding Bitcoin. Here is what's going on around the world. Inflation is happening. Our money supplies are increasing. So, what happens when our money supplies increase so drastically, just as they did since COVID for everybody around the world? This is similar to the US. From 2020 till today, we have in the US increased our debt, our national debt in the US for from 20 trillion up to 30 trillion. And this is Argentina's severe printing of their peso. So Argentina is in a severe inflation situation right now, and they are talking about adopting Bitcoin. So countries adopting cryptocurrency as their natural currency makes sense for these countries with ultra high inflation like Argentina. Um, but right now, we already have some countries where Bitcoin, BTC is the symbol. Bitcoin is the legal tender for El Salvador, Central African Republic, Satoshi Island, and Liberland. And coming soon, Venezuela. Venezuela uses a cryptocurrency called Dash, DASH. They also use Bitcoin. Malaysia is a high user of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, and then Argentina here coming soon. So keep an eye out on those countries with high inflation. It makes sense for these countries to invest in a cryptocurrency as an alternative currency. Remember, Bitcoin is a deflationary asset because it is fractional money. Deflationary because it has a limited supply. We can't just go continue printing just like we do with the dollar or with the home currencies, just printing more because we need more. What happens when we print more is we devalue our home currencies. So when we devalue our home currencies, we have an increase in inflation. With Bitcoin, there's a limited supply of 21 million. So that's why it's a deflationary option. Okay, this is a lot of information packed in one slide, but I wanted to make sure you understood why people are moving over to Bitcoin or cryptocurrency because of the anti-inflation measures with the limited supply. It's a computer program, guys. We can't put it on the printing press. So the program that was created for each cryptocurrency, well, with Bitcoin in particular, the program stops at 21 million. So what happens? Whoever buys the first 21 million, well, that's all there's going to be. So we actually now get to take advantage of the fractional money that Bitcoin and the digital currency offers. I'll explain that later. So here's our global index of cryptocurrency adoption. So the countries that are in black and purple are in a higher range of adoption. So here's Ukraine. We have India. We have over here is Malaysia area, and then we have Japan. So all of these countries, Brazil and Argentina is a very high user, and here Venezuela as well, United States. We are in a place and time where the value in transferring over to cryptocurrency as a home currency is global. We don't have to worry about currency exchanges. We don't even have to use a bank. What happens is we can transfer wallet to wallet, digital wallet to digital wallet. And when we do, then we incur less fees. We don't use the financial system in the US is called SWIFT. Well, SWIFT was outlawed when we started having the Russia-Ukraine war. It was outlawed that Russia can no longer use the uh, transactions in the US dollar, the SWIFT system. The SWIFT system gives each transaction, each wire that comes in and out of the US is given a federal ID. So even if you're going to purchase a house or sell a house, the wire that you send to the bank or that you get sent to the title company is given a federal ID. So that federal ID is using a payment system called the SWIFT system. And again, it is also it is substantially prevalent in the United States, and it costs fees to use. So these fees, when the United States is letting other countries know they can't use the SWIFT system now, it's very inconvenient when the dollar is the world currency pegged. Everything is pegged to the dollar. Now we're looking at alternatives. So take a look at the map. These are all the countries looking at alternatives. And if you look at India, India has undergone the yes, no, we can use cryptocurrency, we can't use cryptocurrency. It's legal, it's illegal. It's legal, it's illegal. Back and forth. But there is enough population in India. Right now, we're looking at over 8 billion people in the world, with India carrying a fourth of that. So we see a dense population in India. So this is why the amount of transactions are so high there. Okay. Now everybody wants to know historical patterns and pricing of the Bitcoin. And you can go ahead and save your questions for the end of the class. We'll be covering those at the end, but you can definitely see, but a lot of people go, well, Bitcoin went up, Bitcoin went down. Didn't Bitcoin go down? Well, take a look at the historical patterns. We have 4-year cycles with Bitcoin, and they are very predictable. So let's look at 2011 to 2013. Bitcoin went up quite a bit. At the beginning, we had a downturn into a bear market, and this area is the accumulation where most people actually ended up buying, and then towards the end, another bull run. So this price range started out at $9 and it ended up at $122. So the curve is quite great from $9 to $122. And then I know what you're saying. I wish I would have invested then, right? And then in 2014, of course, we have a retracement. So at the end of every bull cycle, we do have a retracement, and the retracement ends up somewhere at the beginning of the next cycle. So here we're starting out at 596, and we're going to end up, this curve here ends up at 15,000 in 2017. That was our high, and everybody was taken by surprise at that point. But look at the patterns. We have a bear market, it goes down, everybody's accumulating and then getting ready to go up. So, whoopsie, let's go back. Because we have a predictable market, a predictable trend, let's look at what happened in 2018 to 2021. We see here that the bear market started out at $3,600 and it went all the way up to 58,000 in 2021. So that's quite a range. And if you look at these ranges, you see that Bitcoin consistently goes up. Let's look at the lows: $9, $596, $3,600. So when people say, oh, I thought Bitcoin went down, well, we need to look at the lows in regards to the 4-year cycles. And you can see that Bitcoin has, yes, it goes up and down, but it has historically, and with a certain pattern, continued to go up in price. Okay, so our highs are getting higher, our lows are getting higher. Now let's look at this most recent 4-year cycle that we're in right now. Oh yeah, the trend is your friend. I love that saying. So in 2022, we did see a decrease, and that went all the way down to 3,600. We actually saw it go down to 1,700, but we went back up to 3,600. Our bear market continued to go down into all of 2022 and into the beginning of 2023. By the time August 2023 hit, we're right here in our lows. We start to see an accumulation. So at this point, in August of 23, we were trading between 20 to 25,000, and we moved all the way up to 42,000 in this accumulation phase. So if we're at 42,000 now, imagine how high this bull run is going to be in this next 4-year cycle. Now, this is a predictable investment. And I'm not a financial advisor by any means. Don't get me wrong. I am a financial educator, crypto coach, crypto advisor. I've been teaching about cryptocurrency and blockchain for 4 years now, and follow the trend because there is a time to buy and there is a time to sell. And a lot of times you want to listen to the people who know what the trend is. And you look at what the trend is every 4 years, there's an event that occurs. But let's take a look at this big picture for a minute. Do you see a pattern where we are? So this pattern is getting ready to happen again. When we look at from 18 to 21, remember, went from 3,600 all the way up to 58,000. That's what this run was. So if we're starting here at 42,000, guess where we're going? Guess where we're right here at 42,000. Guess where we're going? So some people are saying we're going to go 3 times our money, and some are saying we're going to go 10 times our money. So here, we actually did a 12x. We went 12 times our money in this last bull run. So the potentials are amazing. And the 4-year event that happened is called the Bitcoin halving. It's predictable and we know about it. It's not random. It happens ahead of time. The next halving is going to be in April of 2024. So we've got a little bit more accumulation to happen before that, but we're going to continue to see prices go up a little bit more before our bull run. When Bitcoin halves, that's about what happens here at each bull run. When Bitcoin experiences the halving, this is when so many people get in and start buying as we're on the climb up. It's just human nature. That's what happens. Lots of people buy on the way up here. So if you're able to even put in $100 a month, $5 a month, $5 a week, $100 a week, and start to accumulate as much as you can, you are sure to go and earn and double or triple or 10x your money at least. So there's a lot of opportunity coming up, and I don't say it in terms of short-term thinking. This is long-term. Because we are at the beginning of the innovative curve in adoption, if you looked at the cryptocurrency map, we are not even in worldwide adoption yet. We are still in the innovative phase, and the United States is one that has a lot of the tools. We have one of the lower rates of inflation worldwide. So we have a really good opportunity to 10x our money when we're moving our dollar in investing in cryptocurrencies. So this is probably the most important slide. If you want to take a picture of it, feel free if you haven't already. So the 4-year event that's predictable is the Bitcoin halving, which is happening in April of 24. So you want to get your wallet and your exchange set up. If you don't already have your wallet and exchange set up, that's something I help you do. I do have a class where I help individuals. I do one-on-one coaching as well to get your cryptocurrency exchange set up and your digital wallet set up where you can actually receive a transaction and practice sending a transaction as well. Guys, digital currency is the future of money. Do you think our kids, kids are ever going to go into an old school bank and deal with paper money again? They don't even do it now. Oh, yes. The Bitcoin rainbow chart. This is one of my favorites. So when we look at the beginning, when Bitcoin started out, it was down here in 2009 and 10. It started out at less than a dollar. And so now today, if you look at where we are in the end of 23, this is measuring at 42,000 right here. Okay. So this halving event, it happens every 4 years. This will be the fourth one. When this happens, we're going to see a slide up. Now, this predicts that we're going to go up to 100,000 by the time that we get to this halving event. But there are other individuals that see the potential for this to swing up into the red, which could take it up to 150 or 250,000. So this is what we're looking at. What's nice about this rainbow chart, it gives you a website. You can look at blockchaincenter.net if you want to download some of these charts. But what I like about this one is it has a trend and it shows you the different zones in color of where you should buy, where you should sell, and where you should hold. So if you're looking at the bubble territory, all of these highs, even though we continue to climb up, all of these highs are where the graph encourages you to sell. So we're looking at the orange. The orange to the red is the sell zone. So if Bitcoin is going to go on up here into the yellow, it is encouraged to go ahead and hold it. So that's probably what, about 120,000. When it goes up into the red zone, that's when we're looking at selling. So there's predictability here. There always has been, and that's why I like about this point in time in history that we're not going to be visiting again, because once the 21 million supply is all bought up, the people who hold the Bitcoin will be the future bankers. Yeah, think about it. Makes sense, right? So you might say, oh, wow, Bitcoin's 42,000 now, and that's a little bit too high for me to invest in. So what are some other cryptocurrencies that have really good use cases that you might want to keep an eye on? And this is, again, not financial advice, but this is for you to do your own research. You can go to coinmarketcap.com. This is where you're going to see all of the cryptocurrencies listed, and you're going to see them in order of you can move them in order of number one on the marketplace, the crypto marketplace. You can click on the factor of the one that's increased the most in the last 24 hours, the one that's increased the most in the last 7 days. You can even look up, when you click on the symbol, the one that might have the best use case. There's a white paper that's attached to each of these cryptos that will tell you which one, what do they do, is there a reason for this cryptocurrency? And that is the case with all of these here. There are very good reasons that these all exist. And it's not just a ticker symbol. It's not a stock. It's actual digital asset. So Bitcoin is a worldwide peer-to-peer payment system. That's what it was created to be, a payment system worldwide. So we're going to see, these are my top 11 cryptos I'm giving you on where you're going to see an opportunity that you will be able to 3x to 10x your money over the next year and a half. So if you put, let's say, $100 in the bank, every month you're going to get your bank fee taken out. So your $100 in 1 year will be less than 100. You'll probably have less than 100 because your bank fees will be what, $12 or $15 a month. But here, if you move it into a cryptocurrency and you're looking at the trend, let's say that you put your money in the bank in a cryptocurrency wallet right here, and the money continues to go up, or the value of that cryptocurrency goes up 10x, 3x, or 10x, you're going to have at least 3 times your money. So if you put $100 into Bitcoin, my guess is within 6 months, you're going to have $300. Where can you do that? At what point in time can you turn that magical $100 into a magical $300? You won't be able to do that in the future. We have now until 2025 to take advantage of this precipitous and this point in time where life can change for you. So if you ever wanted or wish for a miracle, this could be it. I really like the use cases. You want to look at the use cases. I really like Link, Matic, Thorchain, Algo, Vet. This is Stellar, Dot, and Shiba Inu. These all have tremendous use cases. I'm not going to go over all of them right now, but I do have another course that I teach about the different types of cryptos, and I do offer one-on-one coaching where I would be able to share more detail about each of these. But for now, these are my picks for you to thrive into the future, as we're in a point in time in history that you'll thank me later. Just come back and visit me when you have invested your money in these and you've been able to do well for yourself. Maybe you'll buy me a coffee or take me to lunch. So why is Bitcoin different than CBDCs? Well, BTC stands for Bitcoin. It's a ticker symbol for Bitcoin, not ticker because it's on the Wall Street, but it's the symbol on coin market cap, the cryptocurrency marketplace. CBDC is a central bank digital currency, and a central bank digital currency is coming up. We're looking at some of the central banks creating their own digital currencies now so they can compete with all the different cryptocurrencies. So let's look at what the difference is. But first of all, what's the similarity? Why do we want to move to digital currency? Well, digital currency is fractionalized money. All digital currency is fractionalized money. So right now with our dollar, the smallest denomination is 0.01. It's a penny. 1 penny is 0.01. But with fractionalized money, now we get to go down in the decimal places to the right. And this is the deflationary measure. So you can buy 0.000000001 Bitcoin. You don't need to buy a whole one. And when you go down into those denominations, you can actually purchase what they call Satoshis. So collect your Satoshis now, because Satoshis are going to be worth something in the future. Okay? Bitcoin is not tied to any one country. It's a software as a service, SaaS. It is solely approved by its own consensus. And a consensus is a group of 5 or more individuals who use the Bitcoin payment system. The users of the Bitcoin payment system, are the ones that will approve a transaction. That means they validate it. They make sure it's like a democratic process. Not one single authority is going to approve, like your bank is going to approve your transaction. It is going to be a group of users in the payment system that are going to take a look. Is your send on the transaction valid? Is your receive on the transaction valid? And it's a digital transaction, So it has to be approved with 5 or 6 checkpoints. And those checkpoints are referred to as the consensus of the Bitcoin users or in the Bitcoin network. So that's what makes it basically a sovereign movement here with money, because the people who use the Bitcoin network are the ones that approve it. There is no authority. There is no governing. It is self-governing software, self-governing software. It's a new concept, I know, but that means because it's self-governing, we don't have to pay a third party like a bank. We don't have to pay a bank to keep our money or hold our money. It can be held in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a limited supply of 21 million Bitcoins. That's all. And the last one is going to be released in 2040, I believe. So look out. We don't have much longer. And we have about 19 million Bitcoins already produced and in ownership, possession, meaning I was going to say in circulation, but not all 19 million are in circulation. A lot of people have been in accumulation mode for quite some time now because they realize the value, the future value. What you're investing in is the future value. And Bitcoin is, if you hold Bitcoin in your wallet, then you own it. If you hold Bitcoin in your wallet, you own it. Now, I'm not talking about the wallet you put in your purse, the wallet you put in your pants pocket. It is a digital wallet, which would be set up either on your computer or on your telephone. So if you need any help setting up a digital wallet, or you've never downloaded a digital wallet and you don't know what a good one is, that's something I help you do, is go through. You want to know what the fake wallets are. You want to know what the real ones are, but you want to hold your Bitcoin in your wallet so you own it. Nobody else owns it. Remember, when you give custody or ownership to somebody else to hold your Bitcoin, then they're the owners of your Bitcoin. They're the ones that have the right to it. What do they say? Possession is 99% of the law, 99 and 9/10% of the law. And that's same holds true with Bitcoin. Even the custody holder. You may have heard of that crypto scam with FTX last year or this year. FTX, what they did was none of the investors held their Bitcoin. They relied on the exchange. The exchange was the custody holder. They relied on the exchange to hold it for them. The exchange never owned that much Bitcoin. They only collected the money from the investors. So the investors didn't hold their Bitcoin, and the exchange didn't even own their Bitcoin. They couldn't keep up with all the demand. So look out, the demand is coming. Bitcoin is a decentralized movement towards sovereignty and freedom. What does that mean? Well, a lot of people are tired of the central banks. We're not getting interest rates. Interest rates are high. Bank fees are high. There's not an incentive to put your money in the bank today. So the technologists realized this back in 2009 when they created Bitcoin as a decentralized way to hold and store an asset that has value. So these digital assets, Bitcoin, we refer to it as the digital gold. It's a decentralized movement towards sovereignty and freedom. You hold your money, you own your Bitcoin, and you can become free and sovereign. That's basically the movement. You're not tied to a bank or a country. Now, CBDCs are also a digital currency. It stands for Central Bank Digital Currency, issued by its owners. So let's say Chase comes up with its own digital currency, which it is working on. It is used by its holders, but issued by its owners. So the owners of Chase Bank or the investors in Chase Bank are the ones that are issuing the CBDCs. and then it'll be used by the holders. So let's say that you have a Chase bank account in the future, then you may be getting an offer to trade or purchase some of the Chase tokens or Chase CBDCs. We don't know yet how they're going to present it, but we do know that the Fed is already getting ready to roll out their own payment system, known as the FedNow payment system. It kind of acts like an ACH. It's a digital payment system where you can use a card, a plastic card, to put money on, to a prepaid card, and you can turn in your dollars and use the card. It's not decentralized, it's still centralized, and it is tied to the home currency of the country and its equivalent supply. So that means it is equal to the inflation rate of the home currency as well. That's right. So CBDC expenditures are transparent and can be monitored by its owners. Remember, who are the owners? The central bank, the bankers. If it's Chase, it would be Chase. If it's the Fed, it'll be the Fed. If it's the U.S. government, it'll be the U.S. government. If any country comes up with their own CBDC or any bank has their own CBDC, the debits and credits, okay, the expenditures, what you spend your money on, will be transparent. So you'll have a transparent log. It'll show up as a digital statement, right? Right now, you get a statement. It shows what your deposits and what your withdrawals are. So when we're looking at expenditures, you're going to see, we'll see who did you send money to. It's transparent by the owners of that currency. Okay, so a lot of people say, oh, this will be a surveillance technique. But a lot of people say this will be a good thing because we'll be able to have accountability for all the budgets that are out there with the government and know what they're spending their money on. So not only is it good for governance and accountability, it could be good for budgeting and expenditures in regards to individuals receiving payments or making consistent payments. And providing that proof of that. So it's a digital ledger monitored. You'll be able to see your own digital ledger with the CBDC too, just like you can see your own statements now. Okay, so if that wasn't enough, one of the last things we're going to cover is the crypto scams. That's right. 2023, there were a lot of crypto scams that happened, and that was because we have an increase of users and an increase of people using cryptocurrency and not really understanding what it is. Remember, it's a decentralized movement. So when it's decentralized, there's no authority that is governing this technology right now. But is it susceptible to the BSA, the Bank Secrecy Act? Yes. Do we have to follow the AML policies, the anti-money laundering policies? Yes. Do we have to do a KYC? Know your customer? Yes. So all of these measures are in place. Those were all new technical terms, by the way. That's all part of our new financial technology. But if you're not aware of those requirements, then you might just become a victim of a crypto scam, because there are number one top crypto scam in 2023 is fake crypto exchanges. These are individuals that have put a platform together and have done a really good job at marketing people and letting them know, oh, here's the link to my crypto exchange. Go ahead and link your bank account to it and deposit your dollars and turn it into crypto. Number one scam. I worked with a company where we collected all of the fake crypto exchange links, and by the end of the year, we had hundreds of them. Phishing scams. We see what's phishing, where individuals are phishing to see if anybody bites. And these you see like crazy this year in our emails. How many of you have received a fake invoice from, let's say, Norton Antivirus or McAfee Antivirus or even Geek Squad or PayPal, and you never ordered anything from them? Well, those fake invoices are or emails. Take a look at who's sending them to you. Is it a valid email? Is it a company email? Or is it a fake email? And if you open up the attachment, chances are you're getting downloaded malware onto your computer. So you really want to take a look before you open it. If it's not a valid email and if you never ordered anything, then it's a scam, a phishing scam trying to get into your computer. So that increased this last year. Also, social engineering scams. This is where individuals will go on social media or dating sites or WhatsApp, any type of social media, WhatsApp, Telegram, pretend like it's a person of importance, maybe pretending like it's a friend of yours. So this fake profiling has really wreaked havoc in a lot of people's lives because it's becoming more prevalent, where you see these fake profiles, people pretending to be musicians or rock stars or movie stars or actors or politicians or friends of yours, and they're not, but they're inviting you to a really great investment opportunity. So that brings us to the investment scams. The investment scams are anybody who says send them some money or send money to their exchange. Or here's one, you're not going to be able to make a withdrawal until you pay taxes on your investment. And a lot of people are concerned with paying their taxes, rightfully so. So they fall for that scam. There's no cryptocurrency exchange that will ever ask you to pay taxes. There's no cryptocurrency investment that will ever ask you to pay taxes. Taxes are separate between you and the government, that you pay them directly. So in no circumstance is that going to be the case where you have to send extra money to pay taxes in order to withdraw your money. That's just the scammer getting you to deposit more money. So any amount of money, we've seen individuals send, it's 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, all the way up to 3 million, where these individuals believed in the person who had contacted them on social media with the investment links, just to find out that they were scammers. It's pretty sad. And then we have the romance scam. This is definitely up there in the top 5. The romance scam is where an individual, either on Facebook, WhatsApp, text messaging, pretends to be somebody of interest, maybe with a fake picture, and wins the heart of the other person, and even on a dating website. And within the first month or two, the scam is introduced, or the investment opportunity is introduced, or the necessity to send money. Maybe the individual is needing help because they're stranded, or they're traveling and somebody stole their wallet, or different circumstances where their plane was delayed and they can't get back to their main country, so they need money for a plane ticket. And there's a lot of individuals, especially the elderly, that have become victim to these scams, where they trust the people they're talking to, they've entrusted in them, and the individuals freely send money to them in order to remedy the problem. So I have worked with several individuals in this arena with the investment scams, social engineering, romance scams, and it has devastated their lives as far as the amounts that have been taken from them when they entrusted in an individual that they cared about. So this certainly is not for the faint of heart. You want to make sure you do your due diligence with these scams, and I'm going to provide you some information on how to avoid a crypto scam. Avoid WhatsApp or Telegram. Most all discussions about cryptocurrency or investment opportunities on WhatsApp or Telegram are scams. So if somebody says to you, oh, let's talk through WhatsApp or let's talk through Telegram, and they introduce you to a group, a crypto group, crypto investments, great returns. It's a trading group. Oh, it makes you feel so great because now you're a crypto trader. It is 99.9% a scam, and you will be scammed. So don't do it. Don't click on any of the links. Don't send money to any of those fake exchanges that they send you. When you're in doubt, look me up. Lori Souza. I have all my information on this meetup group and also my YouTube channel where you can contact me and schedule time with me. I'll be more than happy to tell you whether it's a scam or not. Let me take my expertise to share with you that you do not want to send money to anybody on WhatsApp or Telegram. Okay. I hope you hear that because this is where most of the scams occur. Oh, and Facebook. That's right, Facebook. Do not open the fake invoice links in your email. Remember, those links might contain malware that will infect your computer with a virus. And if that happens, then all of your data can be taken and stolen, including your passwords. So do your due diligence. Is the person you're dealing with a real person on the other end of the social media platform? Is it somebody pretending to be a real person or pretending to be a fake or a movie star? And how many profiles of that person are there? It's definitely something to look at. Avoid clicking on any links being sent to you from people you don't know. Those can turn out to be tragic for your computer, for your investment, especially if you link your bank to an unknown link or a fake cryptocurrency exchange. They will be able to siphon out your accounts. And romance scams, when you're on dating sites, anytime anybody you don't know asks you for money, then chances are it's a scam. Or if they tell you that they're in dire need, nobody that you first meet should be asking you for money. That's a scam. So there you go. That's some tips on how to avoid it. I worked with hundreds of scams this year in helping the individuals recover their funds. Are you able to recover your funds in crypto? Well, I will tell you, we are able to do blockchain forensics. So with the blockchain forensics, the answer is yes. We can follow the money because it is a transparent digital ledger. So we also have a process where we can follow it and report and claim your loss to law enforcement agencies to recover your money as well. So these are all possibilities that can happen using the digital ledger technology of cryptocurrency. Remember, cryptocurrency is a DLT, a digital ledger technology, which we get to see the movement of money in the forensics, the blockchain forensics. So I hope you found this helpful. And now we're at the very end. I'm going to come back to the Q&A, but I just want to let you know, if you are interested in more classes, there we are, my link where you can find out more about the classes we're holding in January. Of course, you want to catch this ride here at the beginning of the year. So we're going to equip you with 3 classes in 3 weeks. I'm going to be the trainer in these classes at metafusionacademy.com. If you want to sign up, this is going to give you more than enough time to get the education you need to buy cryptocurrency legally and to learn how to hold your cryptocurrency and to know the different types of digital currencies that are out there Today, I talked about 2 different types of cryptocurrency. I talked about the CBDCs and the Bitcoin. But we're going to talk about 5 different types that are out there today. So January 11th at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, we're going over 5 types of digital currency. January 18th at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we're going to go over how to buy cryptocurrency legally. And January 25th, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we're going to go over the difference between a crypto wallet and a crypto exchange. And in that class, we're going to introduce you to some legitimate legal exchanges, some real exchanges, real wallets, and you have an opportunity to pick which one's best for you. But we're going to show you what's the difference between the two and why you need to know that. And if you purchase all 3 of these classes from me and you take all 3 of these classes, I am now offering for this meetup any of you 1 hour of free crypto coaching. Because if you don't get it after these 3 classes and you want 1 hour to help set up your exchange and your wallet, I want you to be successful in 2024. It's a big year. It's life-changing. It's not coming around again. And this is the last wave, guys. You saw the waves that are happening. I want to remind you that you have some potential and some really good opportunity to move your money into crypto and do really well for yourself to create a future for yourself that will change your life. And this is the opportunity. This is why we're holding the 3-week classes, or sorry, the 3 classes in 3 weeks in January at the beginning of 2024, so that you will be able to ride this wave when we are looking at the halving coming up in April of 2024. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. And for those of you that have to leave, I want to thank you so much for joining. And we will see you. Go ahead to metafusionacademy.com and take advantage of my offer, that free 1 hour of crypto coaching. And then I'm not going to have another meetup group until probably into February or March of 2024. By that time, we're going to see an incredible increase in crypto. And I want to make sure that you guys get in ahead of time. So if you see this post and you missed these dates, go ahead to metafusionacademy.com and sign up. You will still get the recorded version of these classes. I can't promise you the 1 hour of free coaching is still going to be available, but you will get the recorded version of these classes sent to you if you buy all 3, the bundle of all 3 classes, and you'll get that sent to you in your email, so you can still have these classes for your reference. And again, feel free to contact me, Lori Souza. And again, thank you for joining our meetup group. We'll see you next year. And for those of you hanging on for the questions, hold on.